Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varate Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir me sada Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Vagartha Vivasam Praktau Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Yenaksharasamamnayam Adhigamya Maheshwarat Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam Tasmai Paninaye Namaha Vakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashyakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastama Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are seeing the topic Samasa. We have seen Itaretara Dvandva Samasa and Samahara Dvandva Samasa. Can one of you tell what was the last sutram or the subtopic in Samahara Dvandva? Do you remember what was the last one?
We saw the example, Tvad and Samid.
Sorry?
Tvad Samid. Yatireka Udaharanam.
Oh, okay. This is the one. Drishat Samid.
Yes, yeah.
It means
Yeah, Drishat and Samid.
Oh, it means we are seeing we are seeing the Samasanta Pratyaya, right? Okay. Touch Pratyaya.
Touch.
Okay, good. We have seen that. That is Samasanta Pratyaya. Further, this sutram we saw. Dvandvaj. Chuda Sha Hantat Samahare. Touch Pratyaya Bhavati. Okay. So with this Dvandva Samasa, the topic is over. Both Itaretra and Samahara, Dvandva Samasa is over. Now, today we will start the new topic, which is Ekashesha. Which is Ekasheshaha. Ekashesha is not a samasa, it's a different type of vritti. We say Ekashesha Dvandva, but it is not a samasa. Why it is not samasa? Because there is no word, the Ekashesha, the Sangya itself is not there in the Samasa Vidhayaka Sutra. That is the Samasa Vidhayaka Sutras, if you can recall, which are in the second chapter, first section, and the second section. The sutras which are covered in this first section and second section of the second chapter, they are called Samasa Vidayaka Sutrani. Starting from Samartha Pada Vidhi, very important rule. It's applicable for Samasa, it's applicable for Tadita, many places. Samartha Pada Vidhi. So here, Pratama Padaha, Dvitiya Padaha of the second chapter, if you take, there you don't see the Ekashesha Dvandva, Ekasheshaha as a word. Therefore, it is not a Samasa, strictly speaking. Up to Kadaraha Karmadharage, Dvitiya Adhyayasya, Dvitiya Padaha Paryantam, Samasa Vidayaka Sutrani. So therefore, here Ekashesha, the word itself is not there. Therefore, Ekashesha is not a Samasa really. It's a vritti, it's a type of vritti. Let me put it in writing. Ekashesha is not a Samasa. It's a different type of vritti. We have already seen Panchavritti. So one type of vritti is Ekashesha vritti. So what does it say, Ekashesha vritti? When there are two or more words, when there are two or more words, one of the words remain. One of the words remains, and the other words are dropped. The word which remains must convey, the word which remains must convey the meaning of the words dropped as well. This is Ekashesha. It's called Ekashesha. There is a sutram which is there in the first chapter, second section. Just writing the sutram. I'll explain what it is. Sarupana Ekasheshaha Ekavibhaktau. The sutram. Sarupanam Ekashesha Ekavibhaktau. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, this is a basis for the Ekashesha. Sarupana. Sarupana means Samana Rupa. Sarupana. Samanam Rupam. Siti Sarupaha. The Rupas which are Samanam, same, similar. Samanam Rupam Sarupam. Fine. Sarupanam Shabdanam Ekavibhaktau Parataha Ekasheshaha Bhavati. So this is the vritti from Kashika. Sarupanam Shabdhanam Ekavibhaktau Parataha Ekasheshaha. Ekasheshaha Bhavati. What is Sheshaha? Just for your knowledge. Shishyate iti Sheshaha. Shishyate iti Sheshaha. So Vitpatti, Karmana Vitpatti, that which remains. So what does it tells is, that is, the words which have the same form, the words having the same form and having the same vibhakti, then the last one will be retained. That's a meaning. The last one will be retained. There are many words and words having the same form, the same vibhakti. Then in that case, the last one will be retained. Last one or anyone, because they are all are the same forms. So let me put it in writing. If two or more words, as I written before, if two or more words have identical forms. Identical means the pratipadikam is same and also the vibhakti is also. So identical forms in terms of its rupam as well as vibhakti. That's what identical forms. Identical forms means its vibhakti is as well as the pratipadikam. So pratipadikam plus vibhakti, that's called identical is pratipadikam. If you can write it here. Pratipadikam plus vibhakti. Vibhakti also samana vibhakti. That's why sama sarupanam is sama vibhakti. They're same. Same pratipadikam, same vibhakti, not different pratipadikam. Same pratipadikam and same vibhakti. That's called identical forms. Then only one word is retyped. That's the meaning. Sarupanam ekasheshaha ekavibhaktau. Then only one word will be used. Then only one word is used, and what to be done is, and the word will have appropriate vibhakti. The word will have appropriate vibhakti in keeping with the vachanam. If there are two words, then it will be dvivachanam. More than two. In keeping the vachanam in keeping with the vachanam. Number of the words, that's called vachanam. In keeping with the vachanam. Vachanam means the number of words are there. Two or more words. Two words are there, dvitiya vibhakti. Dvivachanam. If two words are there, dvivachanam. If more than two words are there, then bahuvachanam. So therefore appropriate vachana vibhakti. The word will have appropriate vibhakti in keeping with the vachana. The word will have appropriate. The word will have vibhakti, not appropriate. The word will have the vibhakti. The vibhakti, what is there in the form? The word will have the vibhakti in keeping with the vachana. The word will have the change. If two or more words have identical forms, only one word is retained, and the word will have the vibhakti. Vibhakti means this representing this vibhakti. The word will have the vibhakti in keeping with the vachanam. If it is pratama vibhakti, then same vibhakti. Dvitiya vibhakti, then same vibhakti. Dvitiya vibhakti. The word will have the vibhakti in keeping with the vachanam appropriate to it. Appropriate. This is what Sarupanam Ekashesha Vibhaktau. And here there is a example. Example. Vrikshaha. Vrikshaha cha. Vrikshaha cha. Suppose Vrikshaha cha. Vrikshaha cha. It is there. So Vrikshaha cha. Vrikshaha. So two Vrikshas. Vrikshaha. Vrikshaha. Two words are there having the same vibhakti. and two words, therefore the vachanam. Therefore, one will be retained, another one will be dropped. So the vachanam will be in keeping with the number of words, therefore Rukshau. If it is many words are there, Rukshaha cha, Rukshaha cha, Rukshaha cha, then it will be one word will be retained, and the vachanam will be in keeping with the number of words, which is Bhagavachana Rukshaha. This is called Ekashesha Vibhakti. Ekashesha, Sarupanam Ekashesha. Here we have one Vartika. The Vartika says, Virupanam. Virupanam api. Virupanam api. Samanarthanam. Samana arthana. Even if the words are Virupa, not having the same forms. Not having the same forms, but Artha is same. Artha is same. So, therefore, in that case also, this Ekashesha will apply. But this is Bhaya the Vartika. So, Virupanam api bhavati. Then, I'll give one example. Virupanam. I'll give later. I'll give that example later. Sarupanam is the Sutram and Virupanam is the Vartika. Vartika you have to see. Here you can note if the words have different vibhakti, then Ekashesha vibhakti will not apply. So Ekashesha vibhakti will apply, vibhakti will apply only when two words are in the same vibhakti. So if they're different vibhakti, then it will not apply. Then even if it is Virupa, not Samana Rupa, then also Ekashesha will apply, provided the words have the same meaning. That is possible. Like what? The example, what example we know it? Sorry. The example itself we know. Virupana. Matacha Pitacha. That is the example. Okay. We don't have to look for some other example. Matacha Pitacha. What will happen? Pitarau. So that is why that Vartika is that. So therefore, when Matacha Pitacha, they are not Samana Rupam. Virupam. So therefore, there it applies. We get Pitarau. Matacha, Matacha, Matarau. Matacha, Pitacha, Pitarau. So Pitarau is the example for Virupa. That already we have seen, I think. But Sutram also we have seen before. So for that example, you can take. We'll see more on this example. It's going to come. We'll see. So now we can take this example. Matacha, Pitacha. Samana vibhakti, but the words are different. Get Pitarau. This is the example for that. Now here, why Pitarau? Why not Matarau? Because there is a rule. There is a rule which says that that rule may be useful later, but I write it here. There is a rule. Pumam Striya. This is a sutra. Puman Striya. This is 1267. The sutra is here. Puman Striya. The sutra tells Striya Saha Uktau Puman Shishyate. Tad Lakshanaha Eva Visheshaha Chet. I will explain what it is. That is, Puman Striya says when a masculine word is said along with the feminine word, the masculine word is said along with the feminine word, and if the only additional qualification between them is gender, and everything else is same, then the masculine alone will remain. Puman Striyo. Striya Saha Uktau Puman. The masculine word Saha Uktau. When a masculine word is said along with the Striya. Striya means Striya, the Stri Padam. Then Tad Lakshanaha Eva Shishyate. And if the additional qualification between them is gender, then everything else is same. That is, Tad Lakshanaha is the difference in the gender. Then what will happen? Al Lakshanaha Eva Visheshahasya. Then masculine alone will remain, masculine word alone will remain, and the feminine word will be dropped. The one word which remains, will convey the meaning of both the words. That's what these are, Mata cha, Pita cha, Mata, Pitara of the word. We'll see more example on that. And some other example. Hamsi cha, Hamsaha cha. Hamsaha Swan. Feminine gender is Hamsi. So Hamsi cha, Hamsaha cha. What will happen? Hamsau. Puman Striya. This is connected to Virupanam, the Vartika. We saw this Sarupanam Ekashesha Ekavibhakta, that is a sutra. Sarupanam Shabdanam Ekavibhakta Vartaha Ekashesha, the one alone will remain. And that, what is that one word that tells you by Puman Striya, masculine word alone will remain. So it's all connected. Then here we have Vartika, Va Virupana api Samanarthana. So for that only. Samana Sarupanam Ekashesha Vibhakta, no problem. But here there is a Vartika which says Virupanam api Samana Arthanam. Then in that case, we say what will remain is the Pullinga word will remain. The Strilinga word will be dropped. Similarly, another example. Brahmanaha cha, Brahmani cha. Brahmanau. Brahmanaha cha, Brahmani cha, Brahmanau. So now similarly we will see many words in this. And there are some rules which govern certain things. We will see. Okay. So this is Ekashesha Vritti. Now I'll say one by one, you can see. Brata cha, Swasa cha. Brata cha, Swasa cha. What will happen? Brata cha, Swasa cha.
Pratarau.
It is Pratarau. Similarly, Putraha cha, Duhita cha.
Putro.
Becomes Putra. Mata cha, Pita cha.
Pitarau.
We have one sutra. We have one sutra. write in words first and then tell you the sutram. When Ratri, Putra, etc. These words are pronounced with Swasra, Duhitra, etc. We have an Ekashesha. We have an Ekashesha Dvandva. This. Ekashesha Dvandva. This is by a sutram. That sutram tells you Ratra Putrau. Ratra Putrau. Swasra Vigitrapya. Sutra is 1 to 68. Say, etc. I remove it. It's only 2 words. Are pronounced with respectively. I will make it clear. When Bhratra and Putra are pronounced with Swasra and Vitra respectively, we have an Ekashesha Dvandva. Mata Pitra is another example, another sutra, not for this sutra. Already we have seen Mata Pita before. So this sutra, the good thing is Swasra Vigitrabhyam Shabdhabhyam Saha Shishyate Swasra Duhitarau Nivartete. That Swasra and Vigitra will go away. This is by this sutra. Specifically, the sutra is that for Bhratra Swasra and Putra Vigitra. Yeah, 1 to 68. You can see all these are in 1 to section. Here it's starting from here. Sadrupanam Ekashesha Vibhakta 1 to 64. And this is Kumanstriya 1 to 67. And Bhratra Putra Swasra Vigitra 1 to 68. And Mata, Pita Matra, the sutra I think we have seen before. Pita Matra,
Yeah, 1 to 70 we have seen.
right before?
Yes, yes.
Pita Matra, that already we have seen. That is 1 to 70. Already in the sutra, that's a separate file, it is copy paste here. Sutra Matra, 1 minute. And in that we have seen some other rules also, Anand, etc.
Anangarikaranta.
I just copy pasted here. And here copy pasted within that file. Pita Matra, Ekasheshaha. Ekasheshaha is only in 1 to section. Anitarasya. Matra Saha Uttau Sahottau Pita Va Avashishyate. Optionally, the Mata Cha Pita Cha Mata Pitara also valid. Pitara is 1, and because Anyatarasya is there. Anyatarasya is optional. Anyatarasya means optionally. Optionally, Ekashesha will be there. Why Pullinga Puman Striya? By that Pullinga alone will remain. And that is optional. So Pitarav is 1 form, Mata Pitarav also is valid. So we have done this before. Matra plus Pitra, Mata Pitarav. Here, Mata Pitarav is 1. And here, Matra cha Pitra cha. Here you get An Adesha. How? Anang Ritaha Dvandve. This is by this rule. Rikarantanam Vidya Yoni Sambandhi Vachinam Yakadvundaha Tatra Uttarapade Purapadasya Anang Adesha Bhavati. That is Rikaranta Shabda. Rikaranta Shabda, which conveys, which has a meaning of Vidya, knowledge, Yoni, relationship. So Vidya Yoni Sambandha Vachina, words conveying the meaning of knowledge or relationship, and the word ending with Rikaranta, Yakadvandvaha, that Dvanda Samasa. Tatra Uttarapade, when there is Uttarapada, then what will happen? Purapadasya. Uttarapada means Purapada must be there. So Purapadasya, Rikaranta, Antima Varnasya, Anangadesha Bhavati. Therefore, Matru, the word ending with, which is a Purapadam. Because Uttarapadam Pitra is, therefore Rikara is replaced by Anand, and you get Mata Pitaro. Okay. Matan, then Nakara goes away, then for Mata Pitaro. That's how you get this. Okay. You have seen this before. So you can note. So all these are 1 to 6 section. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is one. And one more is that. Check that. One to 68. 1 to 68 we saw just now. Ratra Putra Swasru. And also one more is that we check that. Yes. 1 to 71. That also will explain. 1 to 71. That tells, these are all very specific words. Shvasuraha. What is Shvasuraha? What is the meaning of Shvasuraha? In-law, right? Father-in-law and mother-in-law. For that also, Shvasuraha, Shvashava. 1 to 71. I write the Kashika Vritti. This is also optionally. This is also optionally. I'm taking from the Kashika Vritti. Shvashva saha vachane Shvashura shabdaha shishyate anyatrasya. Shvashuraha Shvasu Shvasura shabda. Shvashrava Srilinga. Shvashru, sorry, Ukaranda shabda. Shvashru Punit Shvasu Shvasuraha. So shishyate anyatrasya. So Shvashuraha cha Shvashruhu cha Shvashurau. Shvashuraha. It is Shu or Su? I think it must be Su. Shvasurau, right? Please check the spelling. I have doubt the spelling. It's Shakara or Sakara. Shvasuraha Shvashrau cha. One, let us check the Ashtadhyaya. 1 to 7. Yeah, Shu. Okay, Shvashuraha. I thought it is Shvashuraha. Shvashuraha, Shvashraha. Shvashuraha, Shvashruhu, Shvashru Shabda, Ukaranta, mother-in-law. Shvashuraha is pullinga. So Shvashuraha cha, Shvashruhu cha, Shvashurau. It is Ekashesha. Optionally, this is Anyadarasya. Optionally. So optionally it would be Swashru Swashwarau. Swashru Swashwarau. Swashurau. Okay. Optionally another form also it is Ritiva. So therefore, there are two forms. This is another rule is that therefore you can see it specifically. Sushuraha, Swashrava. Like Mata Pita. This also you can note. This is by a rule. Okay. Then this is done. The next one. So Swastra, Duhitra, then this Swashra. So optionally it will become Ekashesha. Now the next one. Yeah. Use the word compound loosely. Okay. Ekashesha Dvandva. Even though it is not Samasa, but we use the word Dvandva optionally. Samasa. Ekashesha Dvandva. Ekashesha Dvandva we can use. Samasa, the word we use loosely. Why? Because Ekashesha, it is not patitam in Samasa Vidayaka Sutra. Therefore, when I said it's a vritti, not a Samasa. But it is used loosely. So I'm using it loosely here. A compound with a neuter word. A compound with a neuter word remains in neuter gender. This is another rule now. Remains in neuter gender and it is optionally in singular. This is also by a rule. I will talk about the rule later. Just giving the meaning of the rule. The compound with a neuter word remains in neuter gender and is optionally singular. Now, example. Shuklaha. Shuklaha Pataha. Shuklaha Pataha. Shukla Sati. Shuklaha Pataha. Shukla Sati. Now, Pataha and Sati. Sati means sari. Okay. Pata is cloth. Both are vastram only, right? Both are cloth only. Pataha is cloth. Sati is also cloth. So, Shuklaha Pataha, Shukla Sati. Now, this can be, we can, since both are vastram, therefore, I can say Shuklam Vastram, possible. You can say Shuklam Vastram. Optionally, a word, a compound word with a neuter gender, with a neuter word remains in neuter gender and is optionally singular. Replacing this by Vastram, which is neuter gender. Therefore, I say Shuklam Vastram, optionally. Or you can say, both are Shuklaha, Pataha, Shukla, Sati. These are Shuklam. So Shuklam Vastram. Now, what we can do is Shuklam Vastram. Further, Shuklam Vastram means what? Tadidam Shuklam. This is white. Tadidam Shuklam. And two are there. Therefore, you can say optionally in singular. Therefore, you can say Tani, Imani, Shuklani. That is also possible. Shuklani. Tani, Imani, Shuklani. These are white in color. So, when a neuter gender word is there, then that remains in neuter gender. a compound with a neuter gender. It means the neuter gender word is there. The neuter gender word is there. And a non-neuter gender word is also is there. So a compound with a neuter gender remains a neuter gender. Here you can add the compound with a neuter gender is pronounced with a non-neuter gender. Is pronounced, I use the word pronounced, it's a samasa, compounding, is pronounced with a non-neuter gender. Word, non-neuter gender word or words, maybe one or more. Then what will happen? Then the word which is a neuter gender will remain. The word which is a neuter gender will remain, and it is optionally in singular. So now, Shuklaha Pataha, Shukla Sati, since both are being Vastram, therefore, Shuklam Vastram the word, Vastram denoting the Pataha and Pati, and Shuklam it is in Napumsakalinga. Therefore, optionally it can be singular. Therefore, Tadidam Shuklam, or in Bhagavachan Tani Imani Shuklani, or if it is Dvivachanam, you can say Tatte Te Ime Shukle. Depending on the Vachanam. This is just an example like Tani Bhagavachanam, you can say Shuklaha Pataha, one thing. Shuklaha Sati, another thing. Then Shuklaha Vastram, it's a third thing. Okay, the three things are there here. Okay. Sorry, you can note here that the three things. Shuklaha Pataha, this is a cloth. Shuklaha Sati is a sari. Shuklaha Vastram, that is Vastram. Pataha Sati also Vastram, but here Vastram denotes other thing than Pataha and Sati. So one of the neuter gender word is in Vastram, with the word Vastram. Vastram being in neuter gender, and therefore now you can say Tadidam Shuklam. Optionally it is in singular, and Te Ime Shukle, that is not here. I'll give another example for that. Tani Imani Shuklani, Shuklani, that they are white in color. What are they? Pataha, Sati, Vastram. Because Vastram, the word is there, therefore Tani Imani Shuklani, it is a neuter gender. So here Bhagavachanam is optional. I mean, Ekavachanam is optional, therefore Bhagavachanam is also possible. Ekavachanam is optional, therefore Bhagavachanam is also possible. Tani Imani Shuklani. Why? Because why Tani Imani Shuklani Bhagavachanam? Because three things are mentioned. One is Pataha, other one is Sati, other one is Vastram which other than Pataha and Sati. Pataha and Sati also Vastram only. They are also dress only. But other than Pataha and Sati, it is denoted by the word Vastram, and the word Vastram it is a Napumsakalinga. So therefore it is a neuter gender word. So when it is pronounced with other words may be a neuter gender word or maybe a non-neuter gender word. In this case, it is Pullinga, one word, other one is Strilinga. So therefore, you can represent that by Ekashesha, optionally in neuter gender singular, or depending on the number, it can be Bhagavachanam also. Suppose if it is Shuklaha Pataha, another example, Shuklaha Pataha, then Shuklam Vastram, then it will be Vastram. Then here it would be Idam Shuklam, we can say. This is Shuklam, or Te Ime Shukla, you can say. Te Ime Shukla. Here only two things are there, Pataha and Vastram. I'll give some more example. Upanaho then Grute. Upanahu Grute. Then Vastram cha Grutam cha. So the idea is Upanahu cha Vastram cha, then Grutam Anyaihi na dharayet. Upanaho cha vastram cha grutam cha anyaihi na dharayet. That is a vacuum. Okay, there's a vacuum. Upanaha is, we know, it is shoe. Vastram is cloth. Then it is dhritam, not dhritam. Okay. Dhrita is something which is dharayati, right? Which is it is not dhritam. Dhritam means deep, but here it is not dhrita. It is dhrita, dhritam. That which is possessed by or owned by dhritam. That is dhritam. So upanaho cha vastram cha dhritam anyaihi na dharayat. May someone else not wear the shoes, the vastram, or the anything else which is one possessed by one person, just possessed by a person. May the other not wear it. That is the sentence. Now, upanaho dhrute, vastram cha dhritam cha. Now here we can make this into a ekashesha by here. Tadidam.
That dhritam, no? Vastram cha.
Dhritam. Okay. Yes. Tadidam dhritam. You can make it tadidam dhritam. Or tani imani dhrutani. Tani imani dhrutani. So here upanah dhrute, vastram cha dhritam cha. Three words are there. Upanah, vastram. Why it is dhrute? Because that which is worn, right? Which is dhrita means wear. Dharana, that the dhrudhatu, dharana portion of dhrudhatu, wear. WEAR. So upanaho dhrute, the shoes which are worn. Vastram cha dhritam. So three words are there. One is dhritam, other one is vastram, other one is upanaho. So that is a statement. Upanaho cha vastram cha dhritam cha anyaihi na dharayet. The shoes, the vastram, the clothes, or that which is possessed by a person should not be worn by the other people. That is the idea. So now if you want to make it to the ekashesha, you can just simply say tadidam dhritam. This is the format. Tad idam dhritam. This is the format. You have to remember the format. Tadidam dhritam. Make it a Bhagavachanam. Tani imani dhritani. Tani imani dhritani. So tani imani dhritani. Anyaihi na dharayet. Dhritani anyaihi na dharayet. That's all. Dhritani anyaihi na dharayet. So instead of saying all these things, upanaho cha vastram cha dhritam, you can say dhritani anyaihi na dharayet. That is called ekashesha. Okay. So this is a context. I'm just saying, giving here, this is a context. A stock example is there, the context, where it says these three things are mentioned. Among the three things, Napumsakalinga word vastram is there, dhritam is there. So we can take the word dhritam and form a ekashesha. Why the vastram also is dhritam? Vastram also is something worn, and upanaha also something worn. So the right word is dhrita. Taking the word dhrita, and it just happens to be Napumsakalinga. Therefore, you can form a ekashesha vritti. And dhrita is Napumsakalinga. Therefore, Therefore, it will be ekavachanam optionally. Or depending on the number of words, you can make it the appropriate vachanam. Here it is, many are there, therefore Bhagavachanam. Like that we can make it. This is Ekashesha. Okay. This is by a rule. This is also a rule is there. I believe the sutram for this. Napumsakam. One to 69. All these are in the same. 1 to 69. 1 to 69 sutra. Napumsakam anapumsakene sakena eka vat cha anyatarasya. I will write the Kashika Vritti and further explain. Let's see. Napumsaka, Anapumsaka, Matra Krute, Vishesha, Anapumsakena, Sakavachane, Napumsakam Shishyate. So, a Napumsaka word, when it combines with other words, non-neuter words, Anapumsaka, non-neuter words, then Anapumsake, Sakavachane, Napumsakam eva Vashishyate. Napumsaka alone will be there. Ekavacha. Ekavacha means Ekavacha asya karyam bhavati. Ekavacha means ekashesha. Ekavacha. Together they make one. That's all ekavach. Ekavat. Ekavat says ekavat. Ekasheshaha. Ekavacha asya karyam bhavati. Yatha shuklaha kambalaha. Shukla cha drihatika. Shuklam cha vastram. Kambala which is shukla and shukla cha drihatika. That also something sort of a vastram. Shuklam cha vastram. So we can make it as into this is Anyatarasyam. Therefore, Ekavacha is Ekavat, together one. It's called Ekavat is Ekavachanam. Tadidam Shuklam. This is optional. Or Tani Imani Shuklani. We can make like that. This is one example. Already we have given another example for this. Fine. Then why he says Anapam Sakena Shuklam cha Shuklam cha Shuklam cha Shuklam cha Shuklani. Here there is no Ekavachana Bhavati. Here Shuklam cha Shuklam cha Shuklam cha, it is Bhagavachanam Shuklani. Here Ekavachanam we cannot make it. Why? Because here Napumsakalinga word must combine with a non-Napumsakalinga word. Then only Ekavatvam is there. Otherwise, no Ekavatvam. You have to give the appropriate vibhakti. Shuklam cha Shuklam cha Shuklam cha. How many Shuklams are there? 3 are there. Therefore, Shukla plus Bhagavachana Pratyaya. Just therefore, Shuklani you have. Anapumsakena iti kim. Why the word Anapumsaka? It is there in the sutra. You have to see Anapumsakam split. Anapumsakena Ekavat. Ekavat is one. Cha Anyatarasyam. Optionally, it is represented as one. When a neuter gender word combines with a non-neuter gender word, then optionally it can be represented together. That means Ekavat. When Ekavat Bhavam is there, then optionally it can be represented in Ekavachanam. It's called Ekavat. So you compound with a neuter word, pronounce the non-neuter word or words, then the word which is a neuter gender will remain and it is optionally in singular. That's called Ekavat. Ekavat Bhavati. When it is an all are neuter words, then Ekavat na Bhavati. That is the counter example is Anapam Sakena iti kim. There it is Bhagavachanam only. Ekavacha iti na Bhavati. Okay. So that is a counter example. Vitireka Udaharanam. This I have taken from Kashika Vritti. So, the neuter noun, the neuter word combining with the other words, then the neuter alone will be remain. That alone will be retained, and that will be singular, optional. It means a neuter word, the word will prevail over the masculine or the feminine words. That's the idea. Okay. So this is Ekashesha. Then, then the next one. See, this Ekashesha you can form when you have to mention them collectively. When you have to mention them collectively, then that's called Ekashesha. When you have to mention them collectively, then Ekavatvam Bhavati, provided that a neuter word combined with a non-neutral words. Okay. And there should be a common thing. At the Lakshana, here Vastram for this example. All are Vastram only. The common thing is that therefore we can make Ekashesha. If it is not there, then you cannot make it. If it is not there, if there is not common, then you cannot make the samasa. So it should all convey a certain thing which is common. This is by the sutra. This is 1 to 69. The next one we will do. The next one is about the pronoun, Sarvanama Shabda. Let me give an example and then do. Sahacha, Devadattaha cha. He and Devadatta. Sahacha, Devadattaha cha. You can make Ekashesha, Tau. Sahacha, Devadattaha cha, Tau. Similarly, Yahacha, Devadattaha cha, Yau. If it is Strilinga, then what will happen? Sacha, Devadattaha cha. Here also it must be Tau only. Pullinga will overrule. Sacha, Devadattaha cha. Tatucha, Devadattaha cha. Tatucha, Devadattaha cha. Devadattaha cha. Can add some more. Yajnadattaha cha. Then what will happen? Tani. It is Tani Bhagavachan. It means neuter gender will prevail. Neuter gender will come. If it is Dvivachanam, Tatucha, Devadattaha cha, then Te will come. That also is right. Tatucha, Devadattaha cha. Come Te. Tatute. If it is Bhagavachanam, then Tani. So if it is Strilinga, then Pullinga will come. If it is between Pullinga and the neuter gender will come. So this is for the Sarvanama Shabda. So let me write and explain. So when any noun, when any word or noun follows, when any word, let me put it at noun because we are dealing with pronoun. When any noun follows a pronoun like what? That, the, etc. Then the pronoun will remain. The pronoun only will remain. Like this example. Sachaha, all these are examples. This is also by a sutram. I will tell the sutram. So here you can note when there is masculine and feminine. Where there is masculine word and feminine word, what will happen? Masculine remains. Masculine word remains. You can note. Where there is masculine word and feminine word, masculine word remains. Where there is neuter word, where there is masculine word and the neuter word, masculine word or feminine word, and neuter word will remain. And the gender will be in keeping with the number of words in the number of words joining. If it is two words are the dvivachana. Many words, bahuvachana. This is also by a sutra. We have the sutra. This is also ekashesha. Yadadini sarvaihi nityam. Yadadini sarvaihi nityam. One to 72. Yadadini sarvaihi nityam. I'll write Kashika Vritti. Tedadini Shabdani. Tedadi is Sarvanama Shabda. Don't worry about what is Tedadini. Sarvanama Shabda starting with Ted, etc. This belongs to the group, Gana. It's called Gana. We will talk about the Tedadini, Sarvani, Sarvanamani. They are called Sarvanama Shabda, Sarvanama Sanya. The group, the Gana, beginning with Ted, Shabda, etc. They get the Sanya, Sarvanama. So in that only we have all this Tat Shabda, Yet Shabda, etc. So Tedadini Shabda Rupani, Sarvaihi, Sahavachane, Nityam Shishyante, Tedadibihi, Anicha, Sarvagrahanam, Sakalyartam must be, Nityagrahanam Vikalpa. This is not true for now. Example I have given Sahacha, Devadattaha cha, Tau. Yahacha Devadattaha, that example I have given. So this sutram says, Tedadini, Ted, etc. When they are pronounced along with other noun, then what will happen? Then the pronoun alone will be retained. That will be ekashesha. To the exclusion of others, this Ted alone will be, that is, Sarvanama alone will be retained. That is it. When any noun follows a pronoun, the pronoun will remain. Okay. This is by this sutra, ekashesha. Then, next one, the last one, with this ekashesha will be over. Last one. Let me give an example and then that is it's not so important, but anyway, for the sake of covering, let me cover this. It's important I will cover, otherwise I'll leave this out. The compound. This is not by sutra, but just explain, just mention this. Gavaha cha. This is the extension of this sutram, what we saw, the before one, that Tidadini, Sarvaihi, Nityam, the extension of that. Okay. Extension of that is by Vartikam, Pum Napum Sakalingavachana. Which Vartika I'm not able to find. I'll see that later and tell you, but I'll just explain what it is. Gavaha cha, Gavaha cha, Gavaha cha. Here this first Gavaha is bull, bulls. Bulls also have the same. Go means it is can be a cow, it can be a bull. So bulls and cows and the again some cows are bulls. This Gavaha cha, Gavaha cha. Now we are forming a ecosystem. Gavaha cha, Gavaha cha. Bulls and cows. This is one. Ajaha cha, Ajaha cha. Next one. Ajaha is, you can take it as e-goats. And Ajaha is she-goats. Now we are going to form a Ekashesha for this. So bulls and cows, when we say they are all grown up, they're not the young ones. They are all grown up. Bulls, grown up only is called bull. If it is a young one, we call it as Vatsa. Similarly, for Aja also we call it as Vatsa if it is young one. So when it is not the young ones, it is not the Vatsa. When they are grown up, the grown up is indicated by their horns and hoofs. So then how we can make it Ekashesha is Gavaha is bulls, Gavaha is cows. Then when feminine words are there in the compound and where they are not the younger ones, then if we make Ekashesha, then it will be Gavaha cha will be Gavaha only. And this Gavaha is Imaha Gavaha. It is Imaha. That will be Strilinga only. Gavaha cha will become Gavaha Imaha. Similarly, Ajaha cha. Ajaha is Bhagavachanam of the goats, masculine. Ajaha is Strilinga, Ajaha. Then when you form Ekashesha, this also will be Ajaha Imaha. It is Strilinga only. So this is the Ekashesha form. The two words, Ajaha and Ajaha, when they denote the grown-up ones, then it will become Ajaha. Similarly here, when Gavaha and Gavaha denotes the grown-up ones, and Strilinga word also is there. Let's say the Strilinga word also it is there, and therefore Strilinga alone will remain. Here Gavaha is Strilinga. How do we know? Because the pronoun Imaha in the Vritti of the Ekashesha tells you it is Strilinga. Iyamime Imaha, Gaugu Gavu Gavaha. So Imaha Gavaha. Similarly, Imaha Ajaha. So that tells you that the feminine word alone will be retained. When there are words denoting the not denoting the younger ones, not denoting the Vatsa. So let me put it in writing. Feminine words alone will remain in a compound when this is specifically for animals. When animals of the same species, are meant, which are not young ones, which are not young ones, Like what? Udaharanam, like these are the examples. These are not so important, but just covering for the sake of covering. That's all. Ekashesha Vibhakti, it is covered. Then if it is young ones, then what will you do? The question may come. If it is young ones, then Gatireka Udaharanam. If it is young one, then how would be the Ekashesha? If it is asked, then for that, suppose if it is Vatsaha Cha, Vatsaha Cha, either you can make like that or Vatsaha Cha, Vatsaha Cha, anyway you can make it, no problem. Then what will happen here? It would be Bhagavachanam, Vatsaha, Ime Vatsaha. It will be masculine. Vatsaha Cha, becomes Vatsaha, Ime Vatsaha. But here it is Ime, Imaha Gavaha. Similarly, here it is Imaha Ajaha. Okay. Understand? So this is Vatireka Udaharanam, Vatsaha Ime. So only masculine alone will remain. The masculine will be masculine, Ime Vatsaha. So in this case, you can note Vatsaha. In this case, Vatsa is masculine gender. Vatsa in masculine only will remain when young animals are met. In this case, Vatsa in masculine gender alone will remain when young animals are met. Okay. So with this, Ekashesha is over. Okay, let me summarize quickly what is Ekashesha, what we have seen. The Ekashesha, it is not a Samasa. The reason I told, because it is not read in the Samasa Vidayaka Sutra, which are in the second chapter, first section, second section. So it's a different type of vritti. What does it say that? When two or more words combine, one of the words will remain, other words are dropped. That is called Ekashesha. Sarupanam Ekasheshaha Ekavibhakta. That is a rule. When two words have identical form, Sarupa, Samana Rupa, Sarupa. So only one word is retained, and the word will have the same vibhakti, and the vachan will be appropriate. Appropriate means number of words in it. Yata vrikshaha cha vrikshau. Or if it is Bhagavachan, that will be vrikshaha. That's called Ekashesha vritti. That is why Ramo Ramaha. Ramo also Ramaha cha Ramo. Then many Ramas Ramaha. That is what is represented by Bhagavachanam. Then we have Vartika in this Va Virupanam Api Samanarthanam. I will find an appropriate example. This example will hold good now. I have to check this. I'll find out later, tell you. Then Puman Striya. So when a masculine word is said along with a feminine word, and if the additional qualification between them is a gender, that is the only thing is a Vishesha. What is Vishesha between them is only the gender differences. And everything else is same. Then what will happen? The masculine alone will remain and the feminine will be dropped. So therefore this you can take it as for this Virupana. Virupana means not Samana Rupa. Virupana you can take for that, you can, if that Virupa and there are different gender. See, Virupa means need not be of different gender. It can be same gender also. That is why I said I'll tell this example. For this example, I'll tell you later. Virupa means Viruddha Rupa, opposite forms. Samana Rupa, Ekashesha Vibhakti. When Rupas are same, then Ekashesha, Ekaha eva Sheshaha, Avashishyate. One alone will remain. If it is Virupa, Virupa could be either of the same gender, possible. or different gender possible. So we will see that examples for this Vartika later. Next class I tell you. Now, if it is different gender words are there and they are going to combine, then what will happen? By this rule, Puman Striya, this is only between the masculine and feminine gender words. Then it says masculine gender word alone will remain, feminine word will drop. Example, Amsaha, Amsicha, Amsahacha. They are not Samana Rupa, it is Virupa, and also of different gender. So what happens? Masculine will alone will remain, and the Vibhakti, same Vibhakti, and Vachanam will be in keeping with that. How many numbers are there? So that is Puman Striya. Next one, Bhratru Putra, Swastra Duhitrabhyam. So Bhratru in combination with Swastra, and Putra in combination with Duhitra. Bhratru Putra Pullinga. Swastra Duhitra is Strilinga. So when they are pronounced, then we have Ekashesha, Dvandva. Bhrata cha Swasa cha Bhrataru, Putra cha Duhita cha Putra Uti. The sutra is just specifically, therefore we saw this. Then Pita Matra already we have seen. Mata cha Pita cha. It is Virupa only, not Samana Rupa, Virupa. And Puman Striya, that Puman masculine alone will remain. But here it is optional. Optionality is that, therefore Pitarau, Mata Pitra becomes Mata Pitarau optionally. Then Ananga Desha Visa. Then one more rule is there here, Swashaha, Swashava. Then here also it is Virupa, then we have Swashurau masculine, or optionally we have Swashru, Swashurau iti. The next one, when a Napumsaka word combined with a non-Napumsaka word, then what will happen? Neuter with compound the neuter word, when it is combined with the non-neuter word, then the word which is a neuter gender will remain and it will be optionally singular. Here you can see many words are there. Pataha, Sati, Vastram. In that neuter gender word is there. So when you want to denote by one word, Ekashesha, then you can say Shuklam, Tadidam, Idam Shuklam. Optionally singular, or Imani Shuklani. Imam Shuklam or Imani Shuklani. Tadidam Shuklam is a format. That's why given. You can say Idam Shuklam, nothing wrong. You want to refer this as one group, you can say Idam Shuklam or Imani Shuklani. Similarly, Shuklaha, Pataha, Shuklaha, Vastram. This is applicable only when there is a neuter gender word. Please note. When there is a neuter gender word, then only it is applicable. When a neuter gender word is there, along with other gender words, then neuter gender will be in optional. It means Bhagavachan can also be there. But neuter gender word must be there. If it is neuter gender word not there, when neuter gender combines with a neuter gender word, then neuter gender word must be there, that is one condition. And other gender words must be there. When the same gender word, neuter gender words is there, then it will be simply Ekashesha only, Shuklani. Sarupanam Ekashesha Vibhakta, that will apply, that's all. If it is Shuklam cha Shuklam cha Shuklam cha, then it has to be Shuklani only. It cannot be optionally singular. So Sarupanam Ekashesha Vibhakta will apply. So here the optionality singular is given by this sutra. Napumsakam Anapumsakena Ekavacha Anyatarasya. So that is the rule. So you can note that. If there are only Napumsaka words, then Sarupanam Ekashesha Vibhakta will apply. Therefore, Shuklani you will get Shuklam cha Shuklam cha Shuklam cha Shuklani. How do you get Shuklani? This is Sarupanam Ekashesha Vibhakta. Ramaha cha Ramaha cha Ramaha cha Ramaha. Similarly, for Napumsakalinga, Shuklani. It will not be Shuklam. If it is to be Shuklam, then there should be non-neuter gender words. Anapumsaka words must be there. One Napumsaka and other Anapumsaka must be there. Minimum one Anapumsaka must be there. And also one Napumsaka word also must be there. Both are required. That's a condition. Then for Sarvanama Shabda. So when any noun follows a Sarvanama Shabda, then the Sarvanama Shabda will remain. Sarvaihi Nityam. That is no optionality here. It is Nityam. So it is Nityam. When you are combining, when you are representing as one, then you have to use this is Nityam Bhavati. Sahacha Devadattaha Tau. Yahacha Devadattaha Chau. Yau. When Srilinga word is there, then Pullinga will prevail. And when Napumsakalinga is there, Napumsakalinga will prevail. Then the next one is, this is specifically for the animals of the same species. This is by a Vartikam. Which one I will find out and tell you. The feminine words alone will remain, provided if they are not representing the younger ones. So Gavaha cha Gavaha only. Ajaha cha Ajaha only. And it is Strilinga. Yes.
Sharanji, Gramya Pashu Sangeshu Taruneshu Stri, that one.
Sorry.
Gramya Pashu Sangeshu Taruneshu Stri, one sutram is there in the book.
What is the number?
1 to 73. After Tyadadini Sarve Nityam.
Oh, okay. Gramya Pashu Sangeshu Taruneshu Stri. Yes, I think so. Yes, that is the one. Okay. That is the one. I missed it. 1 to 73.
73.
That's the one. Gramya Pashu, domesticated animals. The Gramya Pashu Sangetesh. Yes. Okay, let me put it up. Yes. This one. Gramya Pashu means domesticated. Gramya Pashu Sankheshvat Taruneshu Stri. Taruna means that younger ones. Ataruneshu, okay. Sangeshu, Ataruneshu. Gramya Pashu Sankheshu, Ataruneshu Stri. Ataruneshu means not the younger ones. Not the younger ones. Let me take Kashika Vrati and let me explain this. Gramyanam Pashunam Sanghaha. Gramya Pashu Sanghaha. We are taking this from the website Kashika Vrati. Gramyanam Pashunam Sanghaha. Gramya Pashu Sanghaha. Sangha means collection. Okay, collection of Gramya Pashu, domesticated animals. Yetreshu Saha Vivakshaya Stri Shishyate. So when it is combined, then Stri alone will remain. Puman Striya iti sutrena. Yes. Pumsaha Sheshe Prapte Stri Sheshaha. Stri Shesha Vidiyate. So this is Apavada to what we saw Puman Striya. So you can note what we said. When Puman is there, Stri is there, Puman will prevail. But this is Apavada to that. Stri will prevail for this particular what? There is a combination. There is the Sangha, the collection of domesticated animals. So there, domesticated animals, it could be bulls or cows. So masculine and feminine gender words are there. Then Stri will Sheshaha Bhavat. Stri Sheshaha Vidiyate. Ataruna Grahanam Samartya Pashu Visheshanam. Why Ataruna is that? It should be a fully grown one. That's why Ataruneshu, not being young ones. Okay. So, what is the general rule? General rule, when there is Puman and Stri words are there, Puman will be retained. This is Apavada to that. Okay, this is very specifically to this Gramya Pashu. How important is that? We don't know the sutra. Anyway, this is covered for the sake of covering the entire of this Ekashesha. This number is 1 to 60. What's the number? 73.
73.
73. 1 to 73. Yes. Gramyanam Pashunam Sanghaha. Collection. Gramya Pashu, domesticated animals. Eteshu Saha Vivakshaya. When Saha Vivaksha along with is there, then Stri alone will be there. When there is other Pullinga also is there, then Stri alone Shishyate. Shishyate, Avashishyate. That alone will remain. Puman Stri iti sutrena, Puman Sheshe Prapte Sati. When Puman is obtained by the sutra, when it is in combination with other gender words, this sutra ordains Stri Sheshaha. Stri alone will remain iti. Ataruna Graganam, it should not be a younger ones. That's why Nanj Tat Purusha. Ataruna Graganam Samarthyat Pashu Visheshanam. It is to specify distinctly the Pashu, the grown up one. Ataruna Graganam Asti. Okay. So Gavaha Imaha, Ajaha Imaha. So Ajaha Imaha means, so when we read such things, we know that here you have to know here Gavaha is Pullinga as well as collection of Pullinga and Srilinga. That is bulls and cows. It's called Gavaha. Similarly, male goat and she goat. It's called Ajaha. A herd of male and female. Why it is Srilinga? Because of this sutra, Gamya Pashu. And it is not Taruna, therefore you can apply Ekashesha. Okay. With this Ekashesha is done. Any doubt in this? Ekashesha Vritti. So 3 Vrittis we have seen. One is Sama Dvandva, which is elaborately, Dvandva, Samahara Dvandva also, and Ekashesha also. Okay. Now we will see the next one. Any doubts in this? We move on to the next one. Yes.
No doubt.
This is topic is there. That's why we are covering. Not so important. But when it comes, you will know. You will be able to identify when you study the text Sambhashya, somewhere it comes. Why it is there, and then we can refer. This is by this rule. Thanks. That's all. Just to know it, nothing to specially remember or work on this. Now, Tatpurusha, we will do next Samasa. Now, this is Samasa. And this Iterator Dandva, Samahar Dandva, I can give you homework. Maybe I will type and send you later. You can try with whatever we have seen. These. Even Ekashesha also you can do. Okay. I'll send some homework you can try later. Now Tatpurusha, we can just start Tatpurusha. Let me explain it before we start Tatpurusha, this Sutra Pata. Tatpurusha is a samasa. Tatpurusha is a name. You can see the Sutra number 1 to 22, Tatpurushaha. Tasya Purushaha Tatpurushaha, it's a name. So it is a Adhikara Sutra. 22nd Sutra. Starting from here, this is second chapter, first section. Okay. Starting from here, second chapter, second section, 22nd Sutra. Whatever we discuss, they're all Tatpurusha only. They are Tatpurusha Samasa only. Different types of Tatpurushas are there. Tatpurusha is a name given by the Purva Acharya. Why it is called Tatpurusha? You cannot ask. It is given by the Purva. Many names are given by the Purva Vyakarna, Purva Acharya. Bahubrigi. That is how it is given, Bahubrigi. Brigi means paddy. Bahubrigi means more, many paddies. I don't know whether paddy, Bhagavatam is there, I'm just saying. So there's a name given. So the name given by the Purva Acharya. And there are different types of Tatpurusha. All these are covered. Now you see the next one. Dvigasamasa also gets a name. Tatpurushaha. And Dvigu is a name. It's a name for, it's a subdivision of Karmadharaya Samasa. So Karmadharaya also is a Tatpurusha Samasa. Then Nanj Tatpurusha Samasas are there. Then Kugati Pradayaha, like Kuputraha. All those are Pradi Tatpurushas also that we will see. There are many of them. In fact, they use many of them in Bhashya and all this we have seen. Then Yadikarana Tatpurushas, that also is separately. We will see that later. Then Vidya Tatpurusha, Tritiya Tatpurusha, those are simple Tatpurusha Samasa. So all these are covered in this section. So 22 of this sutra up to next section, 22nd sutra. So this is the important Adhikara Sutra. This topic also will take some time So we will deal with it slowly. Now, what is Tatpurusha? Let me first type it and then explain what it is with the Adhikara Sutra. When, okay, Tatpurusha is Purva Pada Pradhana or Uttara Pada Pradhana. We know. What is that?
Uttara.
Uttara Pada Pradhana, right? So, okay, right. When out of the two words join, okay, form a samasa. So when out of the two words together, the second one, it is Uttara, Uttarapada. The second one, which is Uttarapada, is of more importance. The second one is of more importance. And the action of the second one, the action of the second one is coordinated with the first. And the first noun or first one is in various cases. It can be some one among the 7 cases, determining and restricting the sense of the second one, second noun. Then that compound is called, the compound of such a type is called Tatpurusha. You understand this? It's a sentence is clear. Then out of the two words together, the second one, the second noun is of more importance, and the action of the second one is coordinated with the first noun, and the first noun in various cases, determining and restricting the case of the second noun. A compound of such type is called Tatpurusha, right? Is it clear? Can you follow this?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then, if the first noun, the first noun is in second case, then the compound Tatpurusha is called, what is the name? If the first noun is in third case, then the compound Tatpurusha is called
Tritiya
Tatpurusha.
Tatpurusha.
Pratama Tatpurusha is what is that we will see. Karmakarya also, it is that Vigo also. We will see that. Pratama Tatpurusha, then here it is Ditya Tatpurusha. Then if it is third case, then it is Tritiya Tatpurusha. Sorry, Chaturthi Bhakti, Tritiya Tatpurusha. It's the third
There,
case.
second case means Tvitiya, and it's not like the Charanji. First case.
Yeah, mistake. This is Tritiya. It is Dvitiya Tatpurusha, Tritiya Tatpurusha. If it is in fourth case, then it will be Chaturthi Tatpurusha Samasa. Chaturthi Tatpurusha. So like that it will on. Okay, go. Pratama Tatpurusha we will see. Now for this only they have the sutra Tatpurusha. Second chapter, first section 20. Second sutra. This is an Adhikara Sutra. Adhikaraha ayam. Ayam sutram adhikaraha. So, itaha agre, starting from here, yaha samasaha, saha tat purushas तत्पुरुष संज्ञकः भवति इति वेदितव्यं to be understood. Starting from here up to where? Second chapter, second section, 20 इति यावत् पर्यन्तं to be understood. That is, this is a topic, Adhikara Sutram. So the samasas starting from here, which are said from here up to 2.22. You get the name Tatpurushaha. So Tatpurusha samasas are Uttara Pradana in general. This general, the word is used specifically, Tatpurusha. Tatpurusha samasas are Uttarapada Pradana in general. Uttarapada Pradana. That is a compound. A compound generally of two padas. Generally of two padas, wherein the Uttarapada is Pradana. Wherein Uttarapada is Pradana. That is connected with a verb, and the Purva Pada having manifold case affixes qualifies the sense of Uttarapada. Such a compound is called Tatpurusha. Already I said this, but under the sutra I am writing specifically. A compound generally of two padas, where Uttarapada is Pradana. We say Pradana because it is connected with a verb. That's why it's called Pradana. How do you say it's a Pradana? How do you determine it's a Pradana? Raja Purushaha Agachati, suppose if you say. Agachati, Kaha Agachati, Purushaha Agachati. So Uttarapada is Pradana. Then the first Purvapada is that has that can get connected with the Uttarapada through many vibhaktis, qualifying the sense of Uttarapada. Such a compound is called Tatpurusha. So the vibhakti, okay, let me type. The vibhakti of the Purvapada, is used to name the Tatpurusha Samasa. Tatpurusha Samasas as what? As Tritiya, etc. Up to Saptami. Up to Saptami. If both the, now, If both the padas are of this, or in the first case, or in the Prathama Vibhakti, then it will be called what samasa? They called karmadhara. It will be called karmadhara samasa. Certain karmadharayas are there. Certain karmadharaya samasas. Certain karmadharaya samasa which have a sankhya. What is sankhya?
Number.
Number. Sankhya number. Which has the sankhya as the purvapada. Then they are called what? They are called Drigu samasa. They are called Drigu samasa. Certain karmadharyas which are sankhya as purvapada, they are called Drigu samasa. And as I told you, there are other Tatpurusha samasas. What I said, I'm putting in writing. There are other Tatpurusha samasas, other like Nanj Tatpurusha samasa, then Kugati Pradayaha, samasa, then Upapada samasas, Yadikarana, etc. All these are different types. You will see. As I said, the elaborated. Okay. So, how do you determine the gender of the compounds? I'll explain and then I will type maybe next class. The gender of the Tatpurusha compound is generally the gender of the Uttarapada. Whatever the gender of the Uttarapada, that will be the gender of the Tatpurusha samasa. How do you know that? It's a sutra. It says Parvat Lingam Dvanda Tatpurusha Yoga. We will see that sutra in the next class. Parvat Lingam Dvanda samasa and Tatpurusha samasa, it will be Parvat Lingam. And there are exceptions are there. Exception to this rule also are there. Where it is there, you can see it is I'll just show you. We'll talk about that in detail in the next class. It is covered in the second chapter, 4th section, 19th sutra. Do you see Tatpurushaha Anant Karmadharyaha?
Yes.
So starting from here up to 25, 2419 to 2425. This exception to this rule. Parvata Lingam, we said that the gender of the Tatpurusha determined by the. Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The gender of the Tatpurusha determined by the Uttarapadam, that is Parvata Lingam. Parvat means Parashabdavat. Whatever the linga of the Parashabda, that is Uttarashabda, as that will be the linga of the Tatpurusha compound. With the exception, this exception is here 2419 to 2425. 25 or 35? 25 only. Okay. In this Adhikara, certain Tatpurusha samasa, which are not Karmadharaya, Tatpurusha Ananj Karmadharaya, not which are not Karmadharaya, which are not Nanj. That will take what? Napumsaka. That will take Napumsaka optionally. Paravatalingam 26th sutra says Paravatalingam Dvandva Tatpurusha Yogo. That is 26th sutra. That is for Dvandva Samasa and Tatpurusha Samasa. We will write the sutra in the next class. Simple, Vritti and simple translation only. Parvatalingam Dvanda Tatpurusha Yogo tells that Dvanda Samasa, Tatpurusha Samasa will have the linga same as the Uttarapada, Parapada. That is Uttarapada. This is 26. But for which the Apavadas are given before. This is called Purva Apavadas. 19 to 25 is Purva Apavada. Utsarga is 26. Apavadas are given before. That's why it's called Purva Apavadas. Exceptions which are mentioned before. They are from 19 to 25. It says that Purusha which are not Nanj and which are not Karmadharaya. Ananj Karmadharaya. That will take Napumsaka iti. Either optionally or otherwise. So, and here you can see the keywords which fit in here, the exceptions. Sabha, then Sabha, Chaya, Sabha, then Sena, Sura, Shala, Nisha. All these are the certain words. If these words are the Upapada, then we have to look in whether they are neuter or not. Okay. So we will see this in detail later. So with the exception of these, Parvatalingam, that is Utsarga. Okay. So Utsarga is Parvatalingam. Fine. So we will see this in detail in next class. So Parvatalingam Utsarga and Apavadas are given here. That will take neuter gender and some of the important keywords are there, Chaya, Sabha, etc. All those things we will see. Now, under Tatpurusha, we have something called Dvigu Samasa. In the second chapter, Dvigu Samasa also get the Sanya Tatpurusha, Dvigu Samasa. What is Dvigu? Dvigu Samasa are those which have Sankhya. Number will be there as the Purvapada, which I already mentioned. The next sutra says, Dvitiya, Shita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, all these Apannaihi. So Dvitiya. So Dvitiya in what vibhakti in the sutram? It is in what vibhakti? Pratama vibhakti. Therefore gets what sanya? What sanya? Important sanya you have to know in the context of samasa. Upasarjanam. That which is samase, pratama nirishtam, upasarjanam. And upasarjanam, where it will come? Before or after? Purvam or uttaram?
Purvam.
Upasarjanam, purvam. Purvam means purvapadam. So that which is in Dvitiya vibhakti will be the purvapada, right? That's why Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. Okay. That's how it is. Now here you can see Dvitiya. Now you know the format. You know the format for making samasa. Subantam padam, that you have to remember. Subantam padam samartena subantena saga samasyate samasaka bhavati. Right? A subanta word combines with another subanta word form a samasa. Now here Tatpurusha Samasa and Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. So Dvitiyantam Subantam Padam. You just see whether it follow. Dvitiyantam Subantam Padam Samartena Subantena Padena Saka Samasyate Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa Bhavati. Valid, right? Understand? Similarly, Tritiyantam. Tritiya, it is their 30th sutra. There Tritiya, the word is in Pratama Vibhakti. Therefore, that word which is in Tritiya Vibhakti, that will be placed first in the samasa, in a Tatpurusha Samasa. So that Tritiyantam Padam Samartena Subantena Saga Samasyate Tritiya Tatpurusha Samasa Bhavati. Understand? Similarly, Chaturthi is here. Chaturthi Tadarthartha Balik Hita. Yet Chaturthi is in Pratama Vibhakti. Therefore, it's Upasarjanam. So Chaturtyantam Subantam Padam Samartena Subantena Padena Saka Samasyate Chaturthi Tatpurusha Samasa Bhavati. Similarly, Panchami what Vibhakti? It is Pratama Vibhakti. So Panchami Subantam Padam. Panchamyantam Subantam Padam Samartena Subantena Padena Saka Samasyate Panchami Tatpurusha Samasa Bhavati. Tadvateva Saptami and Shashti also it is here. Shashti Next chapter, Shashti is there. 8th sutra, Shashti. Shashti is in Pratama Vibhakti. Therefore, Upasarjanam. Therefore, Shashtiyantam Subantam Padam. Samartena Subantena Padena Saha Samasyate Shashti Tat Purusha Samasa Bhavati. Yata Raja Purushaha. Right? Raja Purushaha is what? Two words are there. Rajyaha Purushaha, Raja Purushaha. Rajyaha Purushaha. Rajyaha what Vibhakti?
Yes.
Shashti Vibhakti. What is the Pratipadikam? Rajan.
Raj.
Or Shashtiyantam Subantam Padam. Samartena, that Shashtiyantam Subantam Padam, that is Rajyaha iti Padam. Right? Purushaha iti Samartena Subantena Saga Samasyate. When there is a connection, then only it can join. That's why under Samartha Padavidiki we have seen the counter example where it will not join. So if it is, you can join, then if we can combine, then Rajyaha iti Shashtiyantam Subantam Padam, Purushaha iti Pratama iti Subantena Padena Saga Samasyate, Raja Purusha iti Shashti Tat Purusha Samasaha Bhavati. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, Sharanji.
Why you place a Rajan the first? Because that is what in the Rajyaha Purusha, it is in Pratama, it is in that Rajyaha is in Shashti Bhakti and Rajyaha is in Shashti Bhakti, and that which is Shashti Bhakti, yes, Shashti, the word tells you Upasarjanam. That word which is in Shashti Bhakti is Upasarjanam. Therefore, that will be placed first. Rajyaha will be placed first in the Samasa. So Rajyaha is Rajan plus Nas. You drop the Vibhakti Pratyaya, you will have Rajan only. And Rajan also will become Raja only. So Raja, then Purushaha, Raja Purushaha. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, Sharanji.
Yes, ji.
We'll discuss further. Anyway, we have I mentioned this example many times, Rajyaha Purushaha. So this format you have to remember for everything. That is Subantam Padam Samartena Padena Subantena Padena Sagasamnasyate Samasagavati. Why Rajyaha, the word is placed first? Because Shashti, it is in Pratama Vibhakti. In this Samasa Vidayaka Sutra, that word which is in Shashti Vibhakti, get Sanya Upasarjanam. Therefore, Rajyaha is Upasarjanam. Upasarjanam and Samasa should be placed first. Therefore, Rajyaha is placed first. Similarly, for all the things, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, etc. Understand? So, Dvitiyantam Subantam Padam, it will say, that word which is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. For example, Krishnam Shritaha, the word is there. Krishnam Shritaha, we are going to combine. Krishnam, the word is in what Vibhakti? Dvitiya Vibhakti. Dvitiya, here it is in Samasa Vidayaka Sutra, get the Sanya Upasarjanam. Therefore, Upasarjanam will be, since it will be placed first, it has to be placed first. So, Krishnam has to be placed first. Krishnam is Krishna plus you drop it. Then Krishna. That word comes first. Krishnam Shitaha. Why you place the word Krishnam? Why you not place a Shita? Because the word Krishnam, it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti, and in Samasa Vidayaka Sutra, Dvitiya Antam Padam, get a Sanya Upasarjanam. That which is Upasarjanam should be placed first. Therefore, Krishna is placed first. Therefore, Krishnam iti Dvitiyantam Subantam Padam Shitaha iti Subantena Padena Saha Samasyate Krishna Shritaha iti Dvitiya Tat Purusha Samasaha Bhavati. We can say, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, Sharanji.
Little difficult, we will see. Okay, I will write and explain you next class. Since now I don't have time, therefore not able to write it. Now here, what are the words given? Shrita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. Shrita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apanna. 7 words are given, right? So does it mean that only 7 words, only this Dvitiya Tat Purusha is possible? Are there no other words where Dvitiya Tat Purusha not there? Similarly, Tritiya is there. Tritiya Tat Kritarthena Gunavachanena. Similarly, Panchami, Bayena. Bayena means what? Bayena means Bayas is Padam. So Panchami Antam Subantam Padam. Bayena iti Subantena Saga Samasyate. Panchami Tat Purusha Masa Bhavati. So only when Baya word is there, then only Panchami Tat Purusha Samasa will form. Like Chora Bayam. Chorat Bayam, Chora Bayam. Right? Chorat iti Panchami Antam Subantam Padam. Bayena iti Subantena Padena Saga Samasyate. Chorabhayam iti Panchami Tatpurusha Samasah Bhavati. Only with Bhaya Shabda alone it will form. If other Shabda it is there, suppose if it is there, will it not form? Will form. Why not? Then how do we accommodate the other words other than the listed words? For that, what we do is we do something called Yoga Vibhaga. Yoga Vibhaga. Yoga meaning what? Not Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. Yoga meaning Sutra. In the context here, it is Sutra. Vibhaga means division. You divide the Sutra into two. Dvitiya, Shita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apannaiki. Two words are there. One word is, first word is Dvitiya, second word is in Tritiya. You divide this into two. Make 24th Sutra into two. 24A will be A, capital A. 24A is Dvitiya. 24B is Shita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apannaihi. For 24B, 24A comes as Anuvrutti. Therefore, 24B will be same as 24 of the Sutra Pata. Understand? And 24A tells you Dvitiyantam Padam can combine with any Subanta Pada. It means other words all can be accommodated. All other words. There are Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa. Other than these words, all those words can be accommodated by the Sutra 24A, which is Dvitiya. Understand?
Yes.
Is it clear? We will talk about that. I will type and show you. This yoga, we will do Yoga Vibhaga, something called, this is an introduction to the next topic, what is going to come. It's called Yoga Vibhaga, dividing the sutra. That is why the number of sutras differ. Why the number of sutras is not common? Because some acharya, they do the Yoga Vibhaga, divide the sutra and take the sutra as not one sutra, take it as two sutras. So this sutra is taken as two sutras, 24A, 24B. Or some name it 24, 25, 26, like that also they give the number. Okay, so 24A is Dvitiya, that is one sutra. That 24A, for that you can give you can write a vritti. That is Dvitiya. That is a Samasa Vidayaka Sutra. That is a sutra. Dvitiya, 24A. You can tell Dvitiyantam Subantam Padam Samarthena Subantena Saga Samasyate Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasaka Bhavati. That will accommodate other words which are other than the words which are listed here, which are listed where in 24B. 24B has got Shita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apannaihi. And that has Anuvritti Dvitiya. So for that, the vritti would be, vritti means a sentence. In Sanskrit, when you write it, would be Dvitiyantam Subantam Padam Shita, Atita, Patita, Gata, Atyasta, Prapta, Apannaihi, Subantaihi, Padaihi, Saha Samasyate, Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasaka Bhavati. That is same as the original one. Right? So therefore, by doing Yoga Vibhaga, we can accommodate all other words, other compound words. Understand? Is it clear?
Yes, Ji.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So similarly, have we talked about Yoga Vibhaga before?
No.
Yes, you have
Oh, you mentioned.
mentioned, yeah.
Okay. So next class, we will see this. We will do the Dvitiya Tatpurusha. After doing Samasa, then we can read Samasa Vidayaka. That book is there, Samskrita Bharati. That we will read, we will understand more easily. Okay. So next topic will be Tatpurusha and Yoga Vibhaga. It would take some time. You can see how many sutras are there. Many sutras are there. I'll just try to cover all. So that this topic is over. Okay. Any doubt you have, please ask. Any doubts in Ekashesha or in Iterator Dandva?
Oh, no, Shataji.
We'll stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। धन्यवादः।
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಜ್ಜಿ.
धन्यवाद।
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.